Good morning. Thanks for tuning in today. Hey, I want to start with a couple of verses that you've probably heard before, but I think they kind of get misunderstood. Actually, the first one is really famous, but the second one is the one that helps us to understand the first one. In Romans chapter 8, verse 28, it says, "And we know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to His purpose for them." God causes everything to work for good. Does that mean like you're going to get rich, all your prayers are going to be answered, you will never lose a sporting event the rest of your life, your team always wins? No, that's not what it means. So if He's going to cause all these things to work together for good, what would that good be? Well, the next verse explains, "For God knew His people in advance, and He chose them to become like His Son. So He'd be the firstborn among many brothers and sisters." The good that God is working in you is that you're becoming more like Jesus. So He causes everything to work together for the good. Everything includes everything. So Paul David Tripp puts it this way: yes, your life is messy and hard, but that's not a failure of the plan. It is the plan. It's God working to complete what He's begun in you. See, somewhere along the way, some people think that, oh, I'm a child of God now. I've been adopted into His family, so life is going to be easier. It's definitely going to be predictable, and it's just, because I see these other people at church and they live this like near perfect life. They don't either, okay? And definitely more comfortable because we're Americans and everything has to be comfortable. But that's not what the Bible teaches. It means that you're a child of God. You must never allow you to think that the hard things that you're now going through are God's failures and His character. No, He's wanting to use them for good. Just this past Sunday, I preached about the fact that at the Last Supper, that Jesus turns to Peter and He calls him Simon, Simon, which is kind of like not the rock, the other guy. He goes, "Satan wanted to take down all you guys, but I've prayed for you, and I prayed specifically for you, Simon, that after you go through a lot of things that you think, this is impossible, I shouldn't have to go through all this stuff, I must be a failure, God must be letting me down." After you go through all of that, then you're going to turn and you're going to bless and encourage your brothers. You see, when we go through difficulty, when we go through and face our own weaknesses and deal with all that stuff, we're a whole lot more compassionate in dealing with other people. So God has chosen to let you live in this fallen world because He plans to employ the difficulties of it to continue and to complete His work in you. And the end result will be, you'll be like Jesus. And that's a foregone conclusion, because according to the book of Philippians, He who began a good work within you will bring it to completion. And we find out that in 1 John chapter 3, that when we see Him, we will be like Him. Now, we can focus on Him and we can allow all the things we go through now to develop our character, and that's great. But boy, there's going to be a day that we see Him and we will be like Him. So are you discouraged today? Because it's like, man, I'm going the wrong way. I'm not getting to be more like Jesus. And man, I've been there many times. I'm getting less like Jesus. And then somehow I come through the storm and I realize God's not given up on me, and I should never give up on God, and He is causing all things to work together for my good, that I would become like Jesus. We all need to teach and encourage one another with the theology of uncomfortable grace. Because on this side of eternity, God's grace often comes to us in uncomfortable forms. It may not be what you and I want, but it is precisely what you and I need. God is faithful. He will use the brokenness of this world, that is your present address, to complete the loving work of personal transformation that He has begun. That's what grace is. And one day, you and I, in character, will be like Jesus. Think about it. Have a great week.